All right, folks, welcome back to episode 23 of the Ginge Ball Pod. We're going to do a little bit of NBA on this one, do some previews, looking at some over-under win totals, pick some of our playoff teams, title winner, some awards. Beck, how we doing today?
Good. You see me? I'm dripped down. This is a Dior sweatshirt. You see this shit? Yeah, that's Dior.
San Diego
Uh,
State Dior.
yeah, high fashion. Yeah, you can't find this shit anywhere else. We're here to be special today, and this is a special episode because we're not just talking football anymore. Yeah, that cycle has changed a little bit. I'm here to tell you that the National Basketball Association is back, and if you're not excited, we'll give you some reason to, because we're pretty entertaining personalities, as you know, and you should be tuning in. So without further ado, Hunter, let's get started. We'll talk some football first for you, you
Yeah,
little, pigskin heads.
you
But
big skinheads. Yeah, it just
it's
gets like
time.
it's so accusatory. Yeah, we're gonna start. Let's start with the week 8 NFL previews first, and then we'll get into the NBA. Obviously, last week was a bit chalkier, especially with our picks. We both went 12-3, which I think was our best week of the season so far. I'm up one on you now, I think. Uh,
What's the actual record though? Like how far over 500 are we? You got that?
we're both at like 58, 59%. I have like a whole I have like our win percentage in here. We are at You're at 58.3%. I'm at 59.2. Special
All
talent
right.
special talents stay mediocre, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, that's a playoffs team right there.
It really is. Really is. All right. We also obviously recording this on Saturday. The Thursday night game already happened. Chargers Vikings. We saw the implosion of Carson Wentz, and we saw Joe Alt back in the fold for the Chargers, and they looked like their offense was starting to hum again. Kamani Vidal got busy in this one. Lad McConkey was cooking. We both took the Bolts, so we both get one for that. But what'd you see on Thursday night?
Did you not just mention Oronde Gadsden at all in that? I mean, I've been trying to tell you of the special talent that is Oronde Gadsden. Go back and check my dynasty tape. Yes, I did pick him up off the waivers after our rookie draft was over, April 29th, 2025. And it's because the collection of athleticism, the tape at Syracuse, his father being in the NFL. I mean, it was a special talent there, and you could tell that if they did deploy him as basically a wide receiver, because
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, the blocking with him isn't the greatest, but hard worker, high character guy again
Yeah.
that we're looking for. I mean, you saw it since week 3 now when he got deployed against the Broncos a little bit that he was going to be a factor in this offense, and now the last 2 weeks. I mean, the last 3 weeks really. He got deployed against the Dolphins a lot, then the Colts, and now against the Vikings. And I mean, he was dominant, and then they stopped going to him in that first half after that. But Ladd's gotten back into this offense. I mean, the fact that Kamani Vidal has given them two 100-yard games in the 3 games that Hampton's been out, I mean, he looks good. You see his tape. Him as a blocker,
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
that has improved a
Wow.
lot from year 1 to year 2. And you gotta just tip the cap to Kamani Vidal. And then Justin Herbert again. I mean, this is a guy who's a product of Madison Beer, and don't let the folks tell you anything different.
Product of
Uh,
Madison beer.
as for the Vikings, I mean, Wentz, his shoulder. I mean, you got to weep for
Yeah,
the
he's
guy a little bit. I mean, the Vikings may be cooked. That
Jeff
that
is
was
back next week.
is he though? I
That
mean, we
I
don't
think
know. We don't know. Maybe they go to Max Brosimer.
Dude, I the fact that he hasn't played yet, I feel like kind of is a bit telling about how they view him.
It's a respect thing, I think, at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, I agree with you. And on the Rondé Gadsden thing, he honestly, even back when they had Will Disley, he was weirdly productive for them in kind of the same role. And I think
He
Gadsden
was weirdly involved. Yeah, I mean, his drop issue was bad.
Yeah, it was. But that role, I feel like Gadsden's just a much more talented version of Will Disley, and he can just do that role way better and be that receiving tight end. And I think he changes their offense in a big way. Ladd was huge. You touched on Kamani Vidal. Like Marion Hampton goes out, and they really don't miss a beat in the run game, especially now that Joe Alt's back. And yeah, the Chargers look great again. I think they're going to start to become the team that we were kind of hoping they would turn into early in the season, and the team they looked like, which is more of a contender in the AFC. Also, the Vikings do suck, so maybe we're jumping a little bit ahead of our skis there, but yeah, I thought this was a really impressive Thursday night win for the Chargers.
Yeah, and big time for them to get back on schedule. Like they absolutely needed that because I mean the defense hasn't had a good performance in a good minute now. You let the Dolphins kind of get up on you a little bit. 27 from the Dolphins. This version of the Dolphins, yeah, I mean that doesn't look good. And then you give up 38 to the Colts. I know that's the best offense in the league right now,
Best
but
offense in like the last 25
yeah,
years.
I mean they took the foot off the gas in the fourth quarter. That could have been 52 if we want to be real about it.
Yeah. Yeah, on the Vikings thing, I know there was some stuff, it was more clickbaity stuff about like Justin Jefferson being sort of not happy there, and apparently he was like pissed in the locker room and wasn't talking to anybody. Is there a chance that this goes completely like tits up in Minnesota and this is just a complete disaster season, or do you think that they kind of sit around this like 500-ish team that like has weird QB situations but can still compete?
Yeah, somewhere in the middle probably.
Hmm.
But I mean, a lot of it's going to depend on that upcoming schedule. I mean, they're a 3-4 team right now,
Yeah.
lost two straight, and yeah, it's kind of next 2 weeks will decide a lot.
Tough game.
That's where the shit gets decided. It's the middle of the NFL season. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
because if you go to 3-6, 3-7, wrap it up. It's over,
Yeah.
and you'll see a team that's kind of mailed it in for the last 5 or 6 weeks after that, if that's the case.
Yeah. And the thing is, so this is their schedule the rest of the way. Like every game the rest of their season. Lions, Ravens, Bears, Packers, Seahawks, Commies, Cowboys, Giants, Lions, Packers. Dude, that schedule is a gauntlet.
Yeah, it's a shame the way the cookie crumbles. I mean, you're gonna get Lamar's first game back since
Yeah.
he's not playing this week. I mean, that sucks for them. But yeah, very well 3-6 now.
Yeah.
Very well.
So, could be ugly for Minnesota going forward. But yeah, promising win for the Chargers. They might be back. Let's go to Dolphins at Falcons. Who do you got in this one?
I have Bijan running for 150 yards and two touchdowns. I mean, the Dolphins' run defense, it just shows every week that whoever's facing them is going to be the beneficiary. And I'll go Falcons in this one. Penix is out, by the way.
Yeah, I did see that. So even with that, though, I think I'm with you. I
Yeah.
think I think I go Falcons. They're obviously just going to run the ball. Kirk being back in the fold is kind of hilarious. You have to wonder what that passing attack's going to look like and what his health looks like. But yeah, I think Bijan alone is enough for the to swing that matchup. Bears at Ravens. You just said it. Lamar looking like he's not going to play in this one. Bears are on a tear right now, 4-2. Who do you got in this?
This is Ravens at home, correct?
Yes, this is
I,
in.
th- I think this is a close, sneaky game. I think the Bears do win, but don't be shocked. You get Snoop Huntley in this
It's
one.
going to be Snoop. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think the Ravens are hungry for a win because I mean they dropped a 1-6 if they lose this.
Yeah, yeah, because they had their bye last week.
Yeah, man. Honestly, give me the Ravens.
You got
Give
the
me the
Ravens.
Ravens.
So
Yep.
desperation, you think prevails here?
Yeah, and just like a Bears team that I feel like has kind of gotten by the wayside in this 4-game winning streak a couple of times.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with that. I do think the Bears have sort of hung on by the skin of their teeth in a few of these games, especially the Washington game. I the Ravens defense. They're getting Roquan back, I think, this week. So the defense might take a little bit of a jump, but that group is so bad, man. And they've been bad in the secondary and against the run, and the Bears their run game looks really good all of a sudden. Like in the beginning of the season, I was worried about the Swift thing. I thought he looked, I don't know, just not very effective given how good their run protection was. But now it seems like they have him going. Monungai's been better every week. It feels like he's becoming like a real number two. So I'm gonna roll with the Bears in this one. But I like the case you made for the Ravens having a bit of desperation.
It, and I agree on the Bears run game. I do. It's just I need to see that be the whole case for like a couple more games before I buy it completely.
Yeah.
And if they drop an egg in this one, I just wouldn't be shocked. And the Rome usage lately has been a little bit concerning.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is a matchup where he should eat. So if that doesn't happen, then you're looking a little bit wary in that. And then Cole Kmet out for this one, I'm pretty sure, right? So we got Colston Loveland
Yeah, let's
going.
see if he can finally be a
Yeah.
first
But
round.
like, how does that factor into the blocking here? Like, we know
Yeah,
Loveland came in as a good blocking prospect and everything. That's why I went ahead of Warren,
right.
was because of that factor.
Which is crazy.
But I mean, this is the NFL, so we'll see if that affects the Bears' running game at all. And I kind of have an inkling that it will a little bit.
Hmm.
So I'm expecting like a 17-12 game here. I
Yeah,
like the under here a lot, and I just think it's a greasy game that the Ravens finally find the way to win.
yeah. I don't disagree that this will be ugly. I think that's probably written in the stars. And also, it's a good point. The Bears they haven't played good running defenses in this last little stretch. I mean, it was Cowboys, Raiders, Commanders, Saints. So the
And what's
Saints were
that
playing.
Ravens last game against the Rams? What's like the numbers on that? Like what did the because the Rams scored 17 points in that game. I just want to kind of know how their running game looked in that game
Yeah, I mean, it
specifically.
wasn't. It was Kyler or Kyron had 50 yards on 13 carries, and Corum only had 5 carries, but he had like 5 yards per carry. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't anything special. They probably had 60, 70 something yards on the ground. So the Ravens were able to bottle them up a little bit on the ground, and maybe they'll be able to do it. I mean, especially with Roquan back in the mix, maybe it'll be a better week for that defense. Let's go.
Very interested.
Let's go to Jets at Bengals. This is going to be an ugly one for New York. They're going to be without Garrett Wilson in this one. They're going to be without Sauce Gardner on the defensive side in this one. Going to Cincinnati after the Bengals looked frisky last week on Thursday night. Who do we got here?
And dare we say they're going to be without Tyrod Taylor? Is that
Yeah,
uh,
it's. I think that's still up in the air. Apparently, he's now trending like he might actually play, but yeah, he's not healthy for sure.
yeah, I mean, is Tim Boyle out there?
Dude, their third guy, I looked it up. It's Brady Cook. You remember him from Missouri?
Yes, he was so bad. One of
He
the
was
worst
like
quarterbacks in the
terrible.
nation.
So
I,
that's like their emergency plan. And after Woody Johnson just like threw Justin Fields under the bus, like is he just like why would he ever want to take another snap for them?
yeah, it's just, I mean, bad vibes. And the Panthers gave them like every chance to go out and win that last game. They couldn't do it. And that was one of my losses, folks. I really picked the
Yeah,
Jets last week. That was something I really did. I can assure you I won't be doing that again. And I will be taking the Bengals.
let's go.
It may be ugly, like, trust me, man. I'm still not a big Flacco believer.
Yeah.
It was just, I mean, he owns Tomlin, I guess. I really guess Mike Tomlin had a point when he
Tomlin
said
was
that.
like yeah, Tomlin was like weirdly scared in the press conference before the game too.
Yeah, yeah. I guess, yeah. I was reading Steelers Twitter, so I guess they just run cover three all game, and they don't disguise it. And
No.
Flacco knows that, and he
Yeah, he was
tears it
just
up.
can.
But
Jamal.
I mean, you're going to be hard pressed to get me excited about the Bengals. It's going to take a couple more games to get me even on that thinking that I could ever be excited about them this season. But give me the Bengals.
Yeah.
Won't be impressed or anything. But
Yeah, I'm taking the Bengals too. And I'm excited just because I have Jamar Chase on my fantasy team in one league, and he's going to absolutely massacre this Jets defense. And if last week's any indication, Flacco might throw him the ball 50 times. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Let's go to Bills at Panthers. This is a really interesting one to me. It's in Carolina. That is a very key point here, as we
with
discussed.
Andy Dalton though.
Yeah, it's not going to be Bryce, which is tough.
Yeah.
But that run game's, I mean, that Bills run defense is terrible. So Rico Dowdle and Chuba could still cook.
Yeah, and I think at this point, I think Rico looks like the superior back.
Mhm.
I do. I think you eat with Rico. I would like to see that. Um,
Home Panther?
but home Panthers, but I didn't like what I saw from Andy last week. Andy looked like a shell of
Yeah.
that 2024 versus the Raiders. Andy, give me the Bills, man, because the
Yeah.
sky will be falling if they lose this game.
You think this one's close?
Probably. I mean, it's in Carolina, like you said. Still think some of those issues persist for the Bills, like we mentioned against the Falcons. Uh, JC Horn, last game, I mean, special stuff.
Yeah, that pick was crazy.
Um, so he's just, I mean, whoever he's on, he's going to completely blanket. We
Yeah.
know that. Yeah, I just think the Bills' run game will eat in this one as well. Talk about the Panthers run game. I think we're going to see a lot of Josh Allen using his legs. You
Yeah.
gotta you gotta trust in Josh Allen in this game if you're the Bills. You really do. And
Yeah.
then you hope that you can figure stuff out off of that. But I mean, if the Bills drop this one, man,
They need this, dude.
they need this. They need this bad, and the Panthers don't need this at all,
No.
to
They're
be
like
quite
they're
honest with
playing on such
you.
house money that's
Yeah.
not even funny at this point, dude.
So
Dude, they're
also,
like good.
uh, I tried to tell him, man, about the home Panthers, but I did say that the home Panthers would be a 5-3, or maybe they have 9 games there this year, so 6-3 team. I mean, this is going to be one of their home losses. I'm sorry to tell you, Carolina. I've been a big supporter. I've been the guy who put this out into the atmosphere so all these other people could
Yeah,
run off with my
can we
take.
credit you with starting home Panthers as a
Yeah,
con?
I mean, people be plagiarizing like their life depends on it. They fucking clickbait ass podcasts.
Let's
We're
go.
not
Let's
that.
go. I'm getting loud.
Everything's from the cuff.
Let's go. Everything, yeah, everything's. If it wasn't evident enough, I'm gonna go Bills too. I think they desperately need this one. That you can't lose three in a row with this team. I do think the Panthers are going to present some issues for them in the run game. I think the Rico Dowdle thing is real. I don't think that was just like a flash in the pan. I think they have something with him and they have kind of an identity now. It does suck that Bryce Young is out because I was starting to love watching this offense because what the run game has opened up for them in the pass game and some of the play action stuff has been really cool. And I just think Canales is a great coach. But yeah, the Red Rifle's
I
not.
love my Puerto Rican brother.
Yeah, dude, the Red Rifle's not winning this one against the Bills, man. And if he does, all in on the Panthers for like I'm gonna get crazy about them if they win this.
Oh, big Tommy Tremble guy.
Let's go. But let's move on to Niners at Texans. Another interesting matchup. Brock Purdy's gonna be out again for this. I think Ricky Pearsall is gonna be out again for this. Who do you got here?
Texans greasy win.
Yeah,
I was on the Niners earlier in the week, and then I kind of thought to myself, Texans kept it close against a great Seattle team.
they did.
Maybe that was a little bit fake because it's a late touchdown, but by all means, I didn't think they were ever, getting dominated in that game. I
Yeah.
don't. Yeah,
No.
it looked ugly early. Let's not get it misconstrued, but they were probably facing the best wide receiver in the NFL, let's be honest.
Yeah. He's
Um,
real, dude.
yeah, he's the real, I mean, the analytics.
We put him as a first round fantasy receiver this year.
And,
So
and I have him. I mean,
let's go.
what I say, I do.
Let's go.
Don't
Stand up
forget
for
it.
words. Wait,
But
1 second before you keep going. What if I present to you the information that Nico Collins is not playing in this game?
yeah, I mean, that's Nico. That's Nico and Christian Kirk, then, right?
Yeah, they're both out. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I did know that, and I didn't care,
Let's
and
go.
I still picked the Texans because
Let's-
guess what? The 49ers are probably going to be missing half their team by halftime.
yeah,
Ha
they're.
ha 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 ha
Oh my God.
ha.
I'm gonna go Niners. It is tough because it's in Houston, and I love that defense.
Yeah, I just don't trust that Houston's out of it yet.
No, I don't either. I worry. I know this is like an abbreviated version of the Niners defensive front, especially now that I'm pretty sure Huff got hurt too.
Yeah,
Uh,
and we tried to tell people about last week that you shouldn't be up in open arms and like thrilled with this Niners defense as much.
Yeah,
Like they're good, trust me.
they're
But
so
that's
good.
a factor of the Falcons being so inconsistent and weird. I
Yeah.
promise you. And we tried to tell people it was the ultimate Niners letdown game or the Falcons letdown game last week. That was free money. Everybody should have been on that. And I think 90% of people were picking Falcons. Like out of content that I watch, that's what I was seeing.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be so moved by that. I think the Niners offense is still stale. Like CMC's eighth in the league in receiving yards. They have nobody else to force feed the ball to. The run game with Kittle does look a lot better. Like that's a real thing.
Yeah.
But I trust this Texans defense is like still a top 5 unit. And you know, I don't think they lose like that much without like their offense still sucks with Nico on the field.
Yeah, that's true.
I really don't think they lose that much, man. Like with that. They need to get a semblance of a ground game going, and I think that would do more for them than Nico being on the field right now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, the one thing is the Niners were able to bottle up Bijan, and they sort of honed in on the Falcons' run game. And I kind of like even though the Texans' offensive line is bad, I do think like now that they've kind of figured something out with Woody, that's been like a nice like breath of fresh air for them. And if the Niners are able to control, I think that's where this game will be won or lost is whether or not the Texans can get any semblance of a run game going. Because you can make do with some of the, tertiary receiver guys that they're going to have available. Like Jalen Noel's all right. I think he's kind of
He
solid.
looks better than Higgins right now.
Yeah, he's to this point in the season he
Yeah.
has been, and I think he might be in for a good day. But yeah, I don't know. I'm worried that there won't be enough like variation in this offense to.
I mean, I think this game's just a turnover battle
It
game.
might be.
I think you get a two interception, one fumble game from Mac Jones, which is, I mean, it's something I would probably bet some money on. I probably would.
Yeah,
Um, I think the Texans win the turnover battle in this game. They win the game. It's gonna be ugly. Like, look,
and I think they definitely could. I mean, Will Anderson getting after Mac Jones is
yeah.
that's favorable. So yeah, let's move on to Browns at Pats. Weird matchup here. Pats at home. Who do you got?
Trench game, but give me the Pats.
Yeah, yeah. I'm with you on that. I do think the Browns, similarly to some of the other teams we've talked about, they figured out their run game, and Quinshawn looks really good, man. They were, I mean, it's the Dolphins, but they were dominant in the trenches last week. And that's going to be the formula for them. We said this like as soon as Gabriel was named the starter, this team is now a run first, ground and pound, play good defense, and hit like Harold Fannin in the flat for 4 yards. Like that's what this team is. Against the Pats, who I think are like a pretty legit team right now. I don't think that's going to be enough. So I'm gonna roll Pats too. Let's go. We got a rematch tomorrow at 1 o'clock, man. A big one. Giants at Eagles. And we got some unexpected injury news, maybe not too unexpected because he didn't practice all week, but AJ Brown is out in this one for the Birds. Cam Jurgens is out in this one. Ja'Cory Bennett and Adoree Jackson are out. What do you got here?
If I can get a caveat on this pick, I would love to. If the Eagles run 5 plays out of center or under center like they did last game, they will win this football game. Can they please continue to do that? Opens up so many opportunities for them. I mean, that's something that needs to be talked about. They haven't gone to that all year. And then they just like that's the thing with the Eagles. They'll just do stuff that makes sense and everybody knows. And then this game they can turn around and not come back to it at all. This has to be a win for them, though. If you get swept by the Giants, I mean, terrible look. But Hurts last week, sensational, sensational stuff from Jalen last week. And I mean, yes, AJ Brown is out, but Devontae Smith was the dog last week, and I think
I think
he can continue to be a dog. But Flott on the Giants is a real player as well. Like if Flott's shadowing him, it might be a hard time. You might need to look for Dallas Goedert to get involved.
yeah.
We haven't mentioned in this pod yet, but it is National Tight End Day tomorrow, so look out for
Wow.
that around the league. But yeah, give me the Birds at home and split with the Giants. It makes sense just theoretically.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind I'm as like sort of off the cuff as that sounds, I do think that factors in like are the Giants going to sweep the Eagles? And is Jackson Dart going to play another good game? We've seen this with Jackson Dart. He's good one week, he's bad the next week. He's good one week, he's bad the next week. He's now put together a few good games. Obviously, the Broncos game, I thought he was really good. But on the Dallas Goddard piece, I think Goddard's in for a huge day. And I'm gonna go with the Birds too. I just don't see the Giants winning two, especially going into Philly. They're already there's I don't know if you saw like one of the Giants players was telling Jackson Dart he has to like be careful around Eagles fans or something. Like be safe around like
Yeah, yeah,
not to
yeah,
be
and
feeling
be
like
super
beat
weird.
up. Like when has a Philly fan ever like fought a player? Like relax.
Tomorrow it's coming. I'm going to the game. You should
Beck's,
be scared.
Beck's boots on the ground to fight Jackson Dart.
I'm buying Tim's tonight.
Let's go to Bucks at Saints. Our frisky Saints playing against the Bucks. Mike Evans, obviously, really sad injury, so they'll be without him. Looks like for the rest of the way. Who do you got in this one?
Where is this game?
This is in New Orleans. Yep.
Yeah. We return to the Who Dat Nation side.
Let's
We,
go.
we left last week. I tried to, the Saints are a little bit abnormal on the road, to put it frank, but we're back in Baton Rouge or wherever the fuck it is. Uh,
Back in Baton Rouge.
no, we're in New Orleans, obviously. I'm sorry, folks, but yeah, back in New Orleans. Saints. Spencer Rattler needs to kind of have a bounce back game. I think he's going to take this one personally. That Bucks defense is a little bit suspect.
Yeah.
A little bit suspect. Kendrick Miller out for the year though, so that's a little bit sad. But you saw the real Chris
Didn't they
Olave
draft,
return.
didn't they
What?
draft Neal, that running back?
Yeah, Devin Neal from Kansas. Yes, one of my
Yeah.
favorite players. One of
Yeah.
my favorite players. I hope he gets some run, but it'll probably be the Taysom Hill show out of the backfield.
So who are you? You're on the Saints?
Of course, man.
Let's go. Of course, man. I'm gonna roll Bucks. Their offense got stumped against Detroit last week, but I think
Another been known game from us.
yeah, another been known. But I think they bounce back in this one. I do think this is. I mean, it's a divisional game. The Saints, as we've talked about a ton on this show, the Saints have been good and against good teams. So this will be close, but I'm gonna roll with the Bucks. Let's go to Titans at Colts. This should be quick, man. Or
Yeah,
see
hey, it should be quick. Let's go. Gloss over it.
gloss over it. Colts.
I mean, Cam Ward needs to get through a game without throwing the ball fucking backwards by accident.
Yeah, he's starting to reach levels of like,
Levis weird.
yeah, dude. I was just about to say like some of the like the ones like the one he just like lost the ball in the end zone where just like phantom falls out of his hand for a defensive touchdown last week. Like that kind of stuff is a little bit worrying. I was giving him so many benefits of the doubt early in the season. I still am, just because that offensive line is so egregious and the skill positions are bad. But yeah, man, he's not helping his case for sure.
I mean, when you gotta have a guy like Shamir DK out there, I mean, you can't get him the ball. No,
You have a
just
special
kidding.
talent when you're DK.
I mean, it's just like get a coach with some fucking young life in there. Like Mike McCoy's your interim dude. Come on.
Yeah, that
Just
is
set, yeah. Mike McCoy's like he feels like he was coaching back in 2004. That's like how, and he was an old head back then. Like that's enough.
enough is enough. All right, so we're both on the Colts. I think that's going to be like one of the biggest blowouts of the season. That might be like 50 something to 3. Let's go to Cowboys at Broncos. This should be really fun. CD obviously back in the mix for the Cowboys. Maybe a little bit healthier this week too. He had that long touchdown, but it wasn't really as involved as he normally is. In Denver, I should say. Who do you have in this one?
America's team.
Wow. You're going with the boys.
Yeah, I mean, Bo Nix, great competitor, man. But on you watch the tape from these 4 quarters, man. Before I so bad until
Yeah.
the fourth quarter last game. I'm telling you, I'm unimpressed by him. I really am. I'm unimpressed by just down to down, like also like their play calling too. Before
Yeah.
it
A
got
little bit weird.
into the nitty gritty in the fourth quarter, like I don't know, man. It's a kind of a vanilla offense, but they could get away with this game by just getting the ground game going against the Cowboys. But I just trust the Cowboys' offensive engine more. And even though they're playing a great defense in Denver, like I haven't seen one team to really halt the Cowboys this year, except the Bears, maybe when the game CD goes down.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the Cowboys offense is insane, man.
Yeah.
Like the numbers they put up every week at this point is just like you have to acknowledge it. And like maybe I was worried about like they made me genuinely worried about the Packers defense in that game, and now I'm starting to think like maybe they're just a juggernaut on that side. Like they go from starting from the first Giants game, which was cinema. They go 40, then the CD game where they go down and they only have 14, 40 again against the Packers, 37 27 44. Like this is an explosive offense. Yeah, this is going to be a fun game. I think I'm on the Cowboys side too of this one. I'm
Yeah.
really not a fan of this Broncos. I think they're pretty
Yeah.
overrated.
A dog shit 5-2 team.
Yeah.
Let's just call it how it is.
And it's weird because I if you would have told me they were 5-2 at this point, I would have been in line with what I was saying in the offseason about how I thought they were a contender in the AFC. They're going to take this leap. Like all that adds up, but like the eye test just does not match the resume for this team. Like they look much more like a league average team to me.
Yep. And that's what we call ET. And I'm not talking extraterrestrial. I'm talking eye test.
Yes, sir.
The eye test.
We got shades off. Let's go. Special. A little bit of mewing. Let's go. All right, so we're both on the Cowboys. That's a big upset pick. Let's go Packers at Steelers, Sunday Night Football. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers, first time playing against the Packers. A lot of storylines in this one. Who do you got?
The Packers, then they won't take the Steelers seriously, and they'll probably win by 4. Like, congratulations. It's just that the Packers win a
Recognizing
football.
their
Yeah,
whole identity and like
yeah, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm worried we're gonna lose, to be honest. Like going to Pittsburgh, they're gonna be loud. There's gonna be so much like extracurricular shit going on, emotional game. I think the one thing that could be in our favor is I think
Real
Rodgers,
tears.
yeah, oh, I think Rodgers may like try to do too much in this one. I sort of have a feeling that he's gonna try to like really turn back the clock and like take some shots. And we saw him do that against Seattle, and it looked really bad. He had some of the worst throws of the season. So I think that's the formula is to, I mean, if you plug up this run game, the Steelers' offense is pretty shocking. The problem is DK's been able to get whatever he wants, and I'm not sure we have a corner that is capable of like slowing him down. So I,
Is Christian Watson back for this one?
I think he is. All signs are pointing to him playing.
You're so fucking excited.
I am. I'm pretty stoked about it. He makes genuinely. I know he's like a contentious topic in NFL circles, especially like fantasy circles. But dude, he does make our offense so much. It's the Xavier Worthy effect. He stretches the field and opens everything up for the run game. Everyone's open underneath. Tucker Kraft eats. And he just makes our offense so much better. The
You
problem,
talking me in? I think the Packers fucking mollywop them. Let's go.
let's go. I think, I think it's going to be really close. I think it's like a walk-off field goal win for Green Bay in this one. But I the whole season I was excited in the offseason when this was announced because I thought the Steelers were going to be terrible. And then when the Steelers were competent, I started to worry. And I am worried about this game, but I just hope that they try to make Rodgers do too much because I think that's a bad formula for Pittsburgh. And that Steelers defense is terrible, man. Like we talked about how people were giving them too much credit after they went on that little win streak against some pretty bad teams, and people were saying the defense is looks like the defense again. TJ Watt's great. This is great.
Mm.
Dude, that secondary is so old and slow. Like I think they're so get atable. Like I think the Packers might get busy on that side. But it's all down to
Jor-
the defense to me.
Jordan Love, one of the best processors in the league.
Yeah, he is. He's a quick decision maker, folks. So we're both in the pack in that one on Sunday Night Football. Last game of week 8, Commanders at Chiefs. We got Mariota playing for the
Mm.
commies. Going into KC, Monday Night Football. What do we got?
I got the Chiefs. I just think they're a top 2 team in the league. Point blank period.
Yeah.
And I don't think the Washington offense is going to look terrible with Mariota, but just think the Chiefs are better, man, on all levels.
Yeah, I don't think there's much here. Like the Commanders' defense has not been good. The offense has been slow and hasn't looked the same with Jaden. Obviously not 100% and now not playing. Yeah, I think the Chiefs win this pretty easily on Monday Night Football. We're gonna take a quick ad break from FanDuel before we get into the NBA portion of this. Let's go. We have a complete Zag take where we're like, actually, this is good for the league.
You
But
you want to? I'll give you some bullshit.
did you hear Bill? Did you listen to the Bill Simmons pod where he basically did that? He
No,
was
that's
saying
awesome though.
this shows how the regulations are working against gambling now. This is good for the league because he has a FanDuel sponsorship. It's like, all right, fucking relax. Let's pivot to the NBA, folks. We got hoops again. Beck's Grizzlies in action. He's not super stoked about that. My Sixers in action. VJ looks like a dog. What stood out to you from the first couple games of this season?
Just how bad the Grizzlies front line is and how how bad that injury report already looks for them.
Yeah,
That really
who's out right now for them?
Brandon Clark, Zach Edey,
Right.
Scottie Pippen,
Yeah.
Ty Jerome, Vince Williams, more than name. I mean, it's just funny, man. It's anybody can get fucking injured on an elliptical any day with this team. It's just, I mean, what's there to say? And
I
they
also
get,
love that we're opening with the Grizzlies.
I mean,
Like
it's
of
just
all
fucking.
there's like crazy storylines in the NBA.
Yeah, no, the craziest storyline in the league right now is that Jock Landale is the starting center in the NBA. It's just fucking sad shit.
Unreal. I don't know
What are
if
we
you
doing?
saw, I don't know if you saw that clip of KCP and Jordan Poole like getting into it on the sideline.
Yeah, I mean, Jordan Poole's a pussy.
My biggest, yeah, yeah. But my biggest takeaway from that video, yeah, first of all, Jordan Poole calling somebody else corny is
Mm.
cool. But my biggest takeaway from that video was the camera pans to KCP walking away and it's Jock Landale. And I literally went, oh my God.
Yeah, it's a jump scare, and his hair too. That's not
Yeah,
like the
it's like,
Jock that we remember.
holy shit, I forgot he was your starting center.
Yeah, I mean, it's just sad though, because the Grizzlies have to bring in these fucking, you know, just sad big men because Jaren Jackson can't play the five and
Yeah.
he can't set a screen.
Yeah.
And I mean, you saw that clip where Desmond Bain says, I haven't played in a pick and roll with a threat that is either as good or better than me. And it's because it's true. We never ran pick and roll with Jaren Jackson because he's not a viable screener.
Yeah.
And that's just a part of his game you would hope by, I mean, it's year 8 now. It, time flies when you're having fun, and I'm not having any fun, and it's still flying. And
Um,
Jaren Jackson's in year 8 and still can't set a screen, and he fouled out in game 1. I mean, he had 7 blocks, and there were some soft calls, but it's just shit you would hope that would be fixed by now, and it's a continuing issue, and it'll continue to hamper this team in the biggest moments. And this front line defense, like, it's not good. The stats can be there for Jaren Jackson, but I'm sorry, man. Like, Pascal Siakam is scoring 40 points tonight.
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
end on
I
that.
mean, what is the ED timeline? Like, is it still like the weird, vague report where it's like we don't really know?
I mean, he won't be back until January, brother. I'm
Yeah.
promising you that.
Is there any hope that like they can stay afloat enough without a true big to like that when he does come back, it doesn't
No,
now?
no, we're so like it's too soft down there, dude.
Yeah,
Just too soft.
Chauncey.
Uh, he gave up 144 points to the Heat with no Tyler Hero.
Yeah, it's crazy. That is
Be
crazy.
serious, dude.
That is crazy work. Yeah, so now that we have the biggest story of the NBA season out of the way, let's go to some crazy performances we saw. Let's start with, I mean, I'm kind of running out of words to say about Wemby at this point. Like it's just it's a the viewing experience alone watching him, like even beyond the stats. I know it's 40-15, whatever. Watching him play is like nothing I've ever experienced, like watching basketball. It's like when Steph broke onto the scene, like when you're just like, holy shit, this guy's like a different type of player than we've ever seen. This is, I mean, he's 7'6". His handles now after this offseason where he just sort of worked out with all these NBA legends and came back like 10 times better. His handle now looks good. The jumper, even contested, he's hitting threes. And it looks like it's not like it doesn't look like it's going to be an inconsistent shot. Like his three looks like it's going to be like a weapon for him, which is big for him. And then he's been in the paint more, which I think was a huge thing that people were worried about is he going to just kind of live on the perimeter and be this weird like what if thing where it's like he lives too much and dies too much by the three ball. But now he's just dunking on AD, who's one of the best defensive centers in the NBA. And yeah. So what do we think about Wemby in that first game?
He's the best spectacle in sports, and then I mean, he looked great against the Pelicans too. I mean, you saw him dunk on Zion or Zion dunk on him the first play of the game, and then Zion got some confidence to do that every play, and then Wemby blocked him like 4 times in the next 4 minutes. So yeah, when he's on the court, he's one of the our favorite players to watch. I want to see him get another 70 game slate
Yeah.
under his belt. Played 71 his first year, 46 last year with the Blood Cuts. So I don't know how much you want to attribute to that.
Yeah.
But again, the main thing for him is I think he's got to be a guy who's getting 8 to 10 free throw attempts per game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love the Mavs tape first game of the year. That's exactly what you want to see, like aggressiveness wise from him every game.
Yeah. And what do you think this Spurs team can be if he does stay healthy or mostly like he plays that 70, 65, 70 games?
Ceiling wise, they're like 55 wins.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, we all, me and you agree at least that we don't believe like the guard fit is the best.
Yeah.
But I think like I think they'll end up leaning on De'Aaron when he gets back more than Harper or Castle, one of those two.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
just because he's been around and like it will lead to more regular season wins, I think, than like a young guard.
yeah.
But where I think they ultimately fall is like they're gonna be that either that six or they're gonna be in that 7-8 playing type
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of think that's where I could the thing with the West is it's so tight. There's so many good teams at the top of the West. So yeah, like there's
Honestly, man, like I feel like the last couple of years it always ends up being a little bit worse than
then
we
we
envision
expect.
it to. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, yeah,
because I
we
mean we're coming off like I mean it's is that 2 years ago now or no? I mean 3 years ago now where the Kings were the third seed. You look last year like an upstart Rockets team is the second seed without like
yeah.
a main go-to guy at the end of the game. It's just like stuff like that. And the Lakers were the three seed last year, and they were kind of underwhelming for half the year. I just think standings wise in the regular season, like there's teams near the top, they end up being teams you don't expect them to be. So that's why I could see ceiling wise the Spurs being up there.
Yeah.
It's just there's going to be teams below them that you trust more in the playoffs. I feel like.
Yeah, I I'm kind of in the camp that I think their ceiling's like really high. Like I think I I th- I think the Rockets without a point guard at the moment.
Oh,
uh,
I agree with them. I was going to have that as a take. Like the Rockets kind of don't move me at all
Yeah, I'm
right
not.
now.
I know they were good against OKC in that opener, and they were able to sort of piecemeal their way to like competency in the ball handling department by by virtue of Amen kind of just doing like a weird point forward thing and KD handling the ball a ton. But Reed, you can't rely on Reed right now. Like he's not ready. I'm not sure if like he'll ever be really ready for the role they need him to be in. This reeks of like they might need to like swing for a deal for somebody because
I just don't get starting Steven Adams out of the shoot, man. He's glass.
yeah. Well, they're addicted to that too big line.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's a playoff lineup that you use when you have like a
Right.
mismatch against a team like they had against the Warriors, and yeah, that's something you use strategically. It's not something you run out every fucking night.
Yeah. My other thing is like I think Ime is a little bit addicted to just like over like he loves just overpowering teams and just like eating on the glass, being dominant defensively and just like strangling teams and suffocating them. But I do think he gets a little bit lost in the plot on like what a functional offense needs to look like and like the elements you need. And if you have if you have Steven Adams on the floor. He's occupying space that you just now that's space you can't use, and he's just there to rebound. He can't really do any. He's a
Yeah,
connect
and screen, one of the best screeners
screen.
in
He
the
can
league.
pass, but he's just kind of there, and he's taking up space. Like you need to space the floor better, especially if Amen can't really shoot. Yeah, I mean it's tough because
I think he's way more viable like in a starting lineup where you have a ball dominant guard who can get to the rim well, like Ja was. Like they were the perfect match for each other.
right. And I guess the one thing is. He might be worried that starting Şengün at the five with Jabari and KD as the forwards, like he might be worried that that team just doesn't rebound well enough. I think Amen's a good enough rebounder though, from like the guardish, whatever you want to call him position, that him, KD, and Jabari can kind of do a bit of work on the glass. Like KD's a solid rebounder. I just do think that he worries that they're going to get killed on the glass if they don't play Steven Adams. But
I I don't really agree with that, like relative to the other teams that you're going to play on a night-to-night basis in the NBA. Like some teams maybe, but
yeah, it feels like it feels like the double big lineup should be should be like a something you throw at teams like in certain situations throughout a game. Like it's like maybe you have like a 10-minute segment where you have that lineup in. but it kind of feels like they saw it work and now they're thinking, okay, now this is who we are. Like we're the
Yeah, they're trying to make it an identity thing, and
yeah,
that's what kind of scares me too. With like Ime as the coach again, is that seems like he's something he will see out because with the Celtics when he was instituting like his emphasis on the game and his brand of basketball, they started off 19-19 the year they go to the title against the Warriors,
yeah.
and I mean they go on a crazy streak that ended and they get hot and they figure it out. Maybe that's something we see with this Rockets team, but I see I know they're 0-2 right now, and it feels easy to say that, but I
Right.
wouldn't be shocked if we go 40 games in and they're like a 500 basketball team. It's not something I'd be surprised at all.
Yeah, I think I'd be surprised if they were 500. I also I don't know how long Ime is gonna be able to like take not having a real point guard. Like I think they're gonna swing a deal. Like and not for like a not
Do you
for
think
like
that
a
would be this early though? Man, I mean, like you're right. They have two glaring holes in the point guards. One of them and them running a lineup with no spacing is another whole issue.
yeah.
I
I mean
just don't see that happening this early.
you just
Like
think
that's an early like second week of December type of trade.
yeah, wait till the deadline or something. But yeah, I mean that's definitely the fear is that this group without Fred is just dysfunctional offensively, and they don't really they don't make sense, which would be bottom of the barrel for them given like what like the KD swing was the swing. Like that's you were putting
Yeah,
chips in, you gave up some of the young guys, not the ones you necessarily cared about the most, but like you made that swing. Like we always were saying, the Rockets like they're primed for this kind of move. You make it and if it doesn't make sense, the the ability to pivot is still there, obviously, because you have enough young talent, but it becomes much bleaker when you don't see the higher end outcomes for this team. Because it felt like last year they kind of took a leap that we weren't expecting, and then they were building on that with the KD move. Like this is what's going to put us into that contention category, and it looked great. And with Fred, it might have been, but you're starting to see some signs that maybe that's just not a possibility.
yeah,
Yeah, but another crazy let's pivot to the East where we had another crazy performance. My boy, they're playing again in a half hour here. My boy BJ absolutely cooks against the Boston Celtics, 34-7. You saw a little bit of everything from him in this game. He hit five threes in this, which was a huge question mark coming in. Would he be, an NBA level 3-point shooter? Gets to the rim like we knew he would do. Was finishing well. Finishing was another concern. His percentages weren't great when he got to the rim at Baylor. He looked like a great finisher. Like he just kind of floats. And he has those little finger rolls where he's like 2 feet above the rim and he just kind of like drops it. And Maxi Cook too in this one. And that backcourt is going to be what this team lives or dies on because Embiid was nowhere to be found in this one, man. Just 1 for 9, 4 points in like 20 minutes of action. I mean, if that's the version of Embiid we have, then this backcourt's going to have to be special. And luckily, it looks like they are.
yeah. I mean, I was tuned into the Grizzlies game. I saw some highlights, so I can't give you like a great summary of this game. So the floor is yours on this if you want to go
Yeah, I
deeper
mean,
in on it.
I think the one thing that I want to point to, and this is more of like a big picture thing on the Sixers, is that I'm excited about the backcourt depth with Maxey, VJ, Grimes, McCain when he comes back. The problem is I don't think those four, like the reason that the Pacers backcourt depth worked last season in like their playoff run is that their guys all gave them like something different. It was like Halliburton was the offensive engine, the sort of like dynamic offensive, whatever you want to call him, maverick. And then you have like Nemhard who comes in and plays, you know, those big minutes where he can kind of fill it up a bit and do some of the Halliburton things while also being their best on-ball defender. And then you have like the McConnell kind of gritty point guard. Like they're different players. Whereas I think our backcourt depth is a little bit redundant in some areas. Like I think McCain is at least at this point not I think he's a little bit below a league average defender. I think VJ at this point is not he's probably about a league average defender. Maxi's about a league average defender, and Grimes I would say is a plus defender. Um, but fitting them together, I think might be an issue going forward. What do you think about like that backcourt and how they're gonna fit?
Yeah, I mean, I just think they have a surplus of them. I don't think like fit wise on the court, it's going to be an issue offensively. Like you said,
Yeah, not
defensively, it might bring some you know red flags, but I think VJ can develop as a defender throughout the year, like
yeah,
easily. I think McCain's definitely going to be one of your biggest red flags defensively. I think the main thing though is just finding like ample playing time for all those guys and how you can fit lineups with three of them on the court together because I feel like that's what you would want in an ideal world because they are like four of your six best players.
yeah. I mean, especially if you can't rely on Embiid. Like
Yeah.
we were forced to play with like Dom Barlow and Jabari Walker as the five in a lot of portions of this game. And if that's the case, you need three guards. So yeah, I mean they went to the VJ Maxi Grimes lineup a decent amount in this one, and it was effective. I didn't think Grimes was very good on offense, but I think it was just kind of a bad night. He was that's the other thing though, like I was talking about this with some buddies. I wonder if Quentin Grimes, like it's weird that to me that he hasn't fit in good teams. Like in New York and in Dallas, he didn't fit. He was the odd man out. When his skill set seems like it would fit with a good team, like he's a 3 and D combo guard slash wing, athletic, can get his own shot, not a bad passer, I guess. Why is it that he doesn't seem to fit when he's on better teams? And that like when we tanked, he looked explosive and you saw all the gifts that coming out of, Houston and Kansas in college, everybody was enamored with him as a 3 and D guy. You saw some of that stuff, but then when there's structure again, it kind of feels like he for some reason he doesn't really fit into that structure.
I mean, maybe he just has to be a volume scorer or a volume shooter at this level to get a rhythm.
Yeah.
Could be simple as that. That's just how it is for some guys. Maybe it's the fact that he didn't practice with the team much this offseason because he was begging for 25 million. Maybe that's part of it. And maybe that's part of why I told you that was ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that alone was insane, dude. I still can't believe that whole fiasco with his agent. But yeah, I mean it'll be interesting. I think obviously you can't be anything but excited about what Maxi and VJ are doing. I think that's special, and I think that's reproducible. I think they're them together is such a dynamic force in transition mainly, and then also just with Maxi's shooting to be able to space the floor for VJ, and then he gets some driving lanes. I think they complement each other really well. So yeah, I'm excited about that duo going forward. And then just another big picture thing I wanted to touch on before we get into some of these segments for the NBA. We had one of the wildest stories like in sports of our lifetime kind of drop over this past week with this gambling scandal. Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier, obviously the main two that have been arrested in this situation, and it's still developing. Like we don't know. I know Kevin Garnett is now implicated. It sounds like with one part,
Either it could be a victim, could be
right? Which we don't
cheating.
know.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
main story.
And so the Chauncey side of this is the one that's like really fascinating to me. It's this illegal poker situation where he's basically being used as like the face card to lure in these high rollers to come in and basically whoever he's involved with. It sounds like it's the mob.
No, I mean, definitely. You heard
Yeah,
like
poker
those
plot.
mob names that the family names that they dropped, and those from the mob are like they're legit.
Yeah, it's like
Like,
four of the five
yeah,
families.
yeah.
Like it's insane. And they're giving him like X-ray glasses where he can see through cards and, you know, cheat all these games and rig them. So he's involved with that. That's one part of this. He gets arrested a day after coaching a game for the Portland Trail Blazers. He's the current head coach of that team. And then the other side of this is Terry Rozier is caught up in giving away information that leads to people betting on his unders, like leaving games early, telling people he's going to do it, and then they bet on his unders. Um, and that part, he was cleared by the NBA, but
That's the part of the story that I find the most interesting.
that's really interesting to me because he's not cleared by the FBI by any means. And there's like incriminating
Yeah.
evidence to suggest that he won't be cleared by them, but he's cleared by the NBA. So it's a really weird, sticky situation which seems to be tied to this poker thing, but in ways that we don't fully understand yet. Just sound off a bit on what you're kind of thinking about this whole thing.
I mean, I feel like there's way more to come with this. I don't know if we ever end up getting the full extent of it from like the. To me, like my gut feeling on it, like is the NBA didn't do an ample investigation at all. Like I think you can kind of conclude that from what we have so far. And then is this a far larger cover up than we believe? I'm not trying to be a conspiracist here by any means, but Adam Silver, his time may be coming. Like, especially like it feels like he's afraid to drop the hammer down because he came in and dropped the hammer down, and that was his big move right away when he got into the league with the Donald Sterling thing. And it seems like uh, I don't know, man. It's just his tenure. He's
Yeah,
done. Yeah,
it's
it's going on, and I felt like it's one of the worst commissioners in sports for some time now. I really have. Just with some of the moves he's made as commissioner, like playing game, I feel like has been kind of a dud. Think there should be a better structure for that, like this NBA Cup thing. Been a big dub with that, and I mean now if you're covering up betting as well as this whole aspiration deal with Kawhi and the Clippers, like. If the NBA isn't doing its due diligence on that, then that undermines the integrity of the whole sport. And that would be like a 25-year kind of rebuild to the general public if that is how this ends up playing out. Then on the flip side with the poker thing, like I'm just shocked that Chauncey is the guy. Like I guess we're calling him Mr. Big Slip now. Um,
Mr. Big
And
Slip.
like just him being part of that is very shocking. And then that Damon Jones guy, the Cavaliers ex-coach, him being involved in both of these, both the NBA like prop betting thing and the poker thing as well. I want to hear more about him, like in his full involvement with that. Like, is he the mastermind? Like, you remember that NBA scandal with like
Tim Donaghy, the ref.
no, with the healthcare like fraud a couple years back
Oh,
with like Tony Allen and all
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
a bunch of other ex players like that. Like, is that kind of how the dynamic in this situation is working, where it's a bunch of like ex players and they kind of have a thing going on and they rope ex players in? Is that how it's
I
the
wonder.
dynamic is? That's part of what I wonder. But yeah, man, there's definitely more to this story.
Oh yeah.
And I just hope we get the full extent of it. I don't think we will though.
I think it'll take a lot of time, and I think a lot of the real nitty-gritty details probably won't be released to the general public. Um, it's fascinating to me how, and you touched on this, how did these people get into this situation? How did these former NBA players, and because the one thing is on the Chauncey thing, clearly which he's also connected to, I think there was like a 2023 situation as well that's tied into this on also on like the Terry Rozier side, where Chauncey apparently tipped off people that the Blazers were going to tank. When they remember when they arrested like Dame and all those guys and they tanked for the Scoot Henderson pick. He was also tied up in that. So there's more stuff to this and there's more layers to this. It's just interesting to me, how did these guys start to get involved with, literally the mob? How did they, who was the instigator for this? Yeah, was it Damon Jones? Was it a guy like that who had a network of people who he got on their bad side and then he had to scoop his way out and pulled in other NBA guys? Um, and unfortunately, I do think that some of these guys probably are victims in the sense of they got roped into this not knowing the full extent, and now they're going to have to pay a price that probably they shouldn't have to pay, which is the unfortunate side of this. I think there's definitely going to be people and players implicated who just were dumb and like knew what could happen and just still did it. But I think there's going to be a lot of guys who had no idea like the broader scope of whatever this whole situation ends up being.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and it's just crazy. Cash Patel out there.
Yeah, dude, that was like
Hmm.
when I realized that it was like a federal like investigation and that like the FBI was involved and like I was like, "Oh my God, this is like insane." Like
Yeah. And to my brother Chauncey Billups, we have to watch, and I'll see you in Valhalla.
yeah, that's for his NBA career because Fucking A, it doesn't sound like he's never going to be back on the sidelines, which adds another element for the Blazers. Like now you have, they were like an upstart team with like fun young guys, and you bring in Drew and you still have Jeremy Grant. Like they have a nice little situation. Now, like, is that locker room just like completely shell shocked? And like, how does that change their outlook? There's a
You
lot
know
of
who their interim coaches?
it. Who is
It's Tiago Splitter.
no
Yes, sir.
Iago? He's gonna run out there and try to block Braun again in Laker game.
It's special. But also, one last point I want to bring up on this.
Yeah,
I don't know if it has any, this is just off the cuff again, just kind of a gut feeling. Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones. What do those two have in common besides being former NBA players and being former NBA staffers?
me too.
They worked on ESPN or worked at ESPN. These are companies that broadcast gambling all the
Yeah.
time.
Well, that's a lot of like.
So, do you think an ESPN staffer got them like into this? I just feel like the people working at these companies too, they're all shady too.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be. I'm not gonna like baselessly claim anything, but like, I mean,
Yes, we are.
it's
Stephen A.
yes, we are. I mean, it 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 wouldn't shock me if there were ESPN staffers involved just because of their proximity to the gambling world. But like, I don't know. I mean, the biggest thing is just like we need to wait and see what else comes out about this if more stuff does get released to the public. But just an insane story to like wake up to the other day, and it's gonna be a really interesting but like weird one to monitor going forward because as you said how the league deals with this is going to be interesting because obviously they still have, they have betting lines on all of their stuff and they have, sponsors and they have, and as you said, Adam Silver hasn't been one to like be confrontational about anything really.
Yeah, and wouldn't you expect a statement from him? From
Yeah.
have we got one?
I mean, I'm sure he did a press conference that was probably like, or put out a press release. I think they're so scared to say anything because they don't know where this is going to go.
But you got to give us something, bro. It's been 2 days. I feel like I haven't heard a fucking damn peep.
Yeah, yeah, but I it is interesting. I think this is a big crossroads for like how we sort of start to think about how pervasive like sports gambling has been in all these leagues, and not just like people like you or I betting on games, but the fact that it's like literally one and the same with all these leagues and all of their ads and all like everything that's has to do with promoting these leagues has to do
Yeah.
with gambling. And it is interesting. This could be like a watershed moment in terms of how if that maybe changes going forward, or if these leagues have the stones to do anything about it, or they
And
just
fuck
try
it. If it's a watershed moment, give it to me and refund some of my parlays if I've been wrong.
let's go. That's what we're really in this for. Go. Get back some of his slips back.
FanDuel, you owe me.
Yo, me. But yeah, so that's something to monitor going forward. Let's move into the segment that I'm really looking forward to. Our top five over under draft. We're gonna do it in snake fashion. We're gonna do this team win totals. I have all of the ESPN win totals up here for the season, and we're just gonna go back and forth. Beck, I'll let you start. You take your number one, either over or under for this upcoming season.
All right, man. I will take my number one under. All right.
Let's go.
The Sacramento Kings at 34 and a half.
Fuck, they were on my list, dude.
Not happening, buddy. Not happening. Yeah, you won't be letting the beam more than fucking 30 times. Let's be serious. I
They
mean,
might need a new slant, dude.
oh, and then we're gonna have Kings fans in the comments on the TikToks. Well, technically, we only play 41 games at home, so you don't think we're gonna go 30-11? Yeah, stop it. This is a 28 win basketball team. This is not a good basketball team. It's a collection of washed up talent that I don't think really fits together. Enjoy
Question.
it. Chicago Bulls and like other pieces. I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm supposed to be excited. I mean, give it a break, man. They'll probably fire Christie like halfway into the season and get somebody else too. Whatever, man. The Kings 34 and a half. It's a little generous for a team that's, they've been in the play in the last couple of years. I guess that's why they're getting this benefit of the doubt. They'll be one of the three worst teams in the West. Back to the gutter for them.
Yeah. I mean, The one thing I liked about the Kings offseason, which was filled with just shit, was I liked their draft. Like I loved Nick Clifford and Maxine Renault. The problem is uh Clifford's already hurt. I think Renault's also hurt. So now you just have all these old guys that you assembled. As you said, like they bring in Russ for some reason. Dario Saric is like getting decent minutes. Drew Eubanks is playing. Schroeder's obviously in the starting lineup. DeMar, Levine. Like this is just they're just become the Bulls, like Bulls West. And I don't understand the vision behind it, other than you want that weird like playing stability thing that the Bulls have had for all these years. And like maybe they just want to have like a couple playoff games at home where they can, light the beam and have a little bit more energy in the city, which I guess is like better than what they have been. But dude, this roster isn't even that. This doesn't even have the juice of those Bulls.
Yes.
Like that's the scary part here. Like you don't even have the ceiling of like being the 7 or 8 seed. This is at
It,
best.
it has the juice of like the last 2 years or 2 or 3 years of Lillard on the Blazers, the
Yeah,
first go around.
yeah, it doesn't make sense. And the thing with Sabonis is at least Vooch like Vooch is a better floor stretcher than Sabonis. So then at least you had better spacing in Chicago. Sabonis like occupies all the same areas on the floor as DeMar. So those two don't make sense at all to
Dude,
me.
it's just funny. They put like four of the worst like superstars that you or they put four of the like the superstars that in the prime or not I don't even want to call them superstars, but stars that if you had them in
Big
the prime of
names.
your career, they would be like hurting you
Yeah.
actively. Like
That
Westbrook, that's
don't
always what he's
contribute
been
to
known
win.
as. Sabonis, that's what he is. DeRozan, that's what he was at his peak.
Yeah.
And I mean, Levine's like the most arguable one in that, but still, like, what is he? When has he been a part of like a competent team?
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. The team building here pisses me off, to be honest. Like we're fans of the NBA, and it's just like when you see teams do sackless shit like this, it makes you mad about the product of the league because it makes the league worse when you have to watch. Like when I watch Sixers Kings at some point this season, and I have to sit there and watch them like rely on Zach LaVine 35 footers and DeMar like contested fadeaways all game. Like that's a
Thank you,
tough.
Jeremy Lamb.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Jeremy Lamb. Getting busy with Vivek's daughter, fucking our whole viewing experience. But yeah, I mean, it's insane. It's terrible. They did win today. They beat the Jazz. Great. Fucking circle the wagon. But yeah, I mean, the Kings pissed me off, and I think that's a great pick. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. We've done this before, I'm pretty sure, this exact bit. We talked about Bulls West. Fuck it. Bulls East, real deal.
Yeah.
Bulls over, though. I'm gonna zag here. The Bulls are at 31.5 for their win total. Why are they not going, why are they not a 38 win team again? Why are they not there? This is just another playing team. Why are they gonna all of a sudden lose 10 more games this year?
Batzula still, or however you say his
Yeah,
last name.
Buzelis is sick.
Yeah.
Like this isn't like an awful team. Like Kobe White, Buzelis. I like Desumu too. Okoro's like whatever. Patrick Williams is whatever. Kevin Huerter's whatever. But this is a play-in team. Like it's literally definition play-in team. They're gonna lose to the Heat in the play-in, and that's who they're gonna be. So why would this number be at 31 and a half?
Mm.
I don't get that at all. So I'll go with Bulls over for my first one. Who's your second?
I'm gonna go with another under. Wow, surprising. Grizzlies under 40 and a half.
Grizzlies.
Just one of the worst iterations of this team.
Sound off.
It,
What do
I,
you
I already did. I already did.
I,
I just
it
I
brings you
don't even have the energy for them.
it brings you so much pain to talk about them, dude.
It's just I mean it's sad ass shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't hate that pick, especially if the injuries continue the way they're going. I'm gonna go. This one is like not a fun one, but it just feels like the number makes sense to me. I'm gonna go with OKC over, even though it's 62 and a half. I don't really know. Like, there's not many teams that are gonna beat this team, and Shea just seems like he plays every night. And if he plays 70 some games, they're not going to lose many with this roster. Like they don't even have J-Dub yet, and they still look like the best team in the NBA. It's two double OT games to start the year, which was a bit like you'd think they'd put away at least one of those teams much more handily. But you'd think once they get J-Dub back in the fold, like this team is just they're gonna win 65 plus games to me.
Yeah,
All right, who's
sure.
your next
Sure,
team?
dude. Sure. No, I'm kidding.
Sure.
I got the Pacers over 38 and a half. Just feels free. I think people underrate Pascal Siakam a lot and what he's capable of, and I think we saw what the role players on this team were capable of last year. Probably see like two new guys, appear out of the mold of nowhere this year too. They'll be impact players for them. I just think this is an easy, like they were in the NBA Finals last year, and it wasn't just Tyrese Halliburton. Now you have them at 38 and a half. Feels a little bit disrespectful.
Disrespectful. Yeah, no, I agree. Wait, who'd you just say?
Pacers.
Pacers. Yeah. And the thing on the Pacers is we saw it in that first game. Like, I think we saw exactly what we wanted to see from this version of the Pacers team without Miles Turner, without Halliburton. It was saying Miles Turner first. But like they were the same identity. They gave the Thunder the same issues we saw in the finals last year. And Siakam was the offensive engine and it worked. So, and if you get a leap from Mathurin, which I still think he's going to be. I think people are a little bit ahead of themselves with what he can be this year with a bigger role, but I still think he's going to be pretty inconsistent. Um, but yeah, I don't see why this team would be like a bad team. There's still a bunch of, very good NBA players who have an identity. And Jarris Walker looks pretty good. I thought he was solid. So yeah, I like that pick. I'm gonna go with my first under here. I'm gonna go with Rockets under. This could be a little bit of having because we're doing this after the season started, we got to see what it looks like a little bit. But it's 53 and a half for the Rockets. And I mean, we just talked about this at length. I just don't know if the current structure of this team makes sense offensively. I think they have good offensive pieces. I think KD's going to be great. I think Şengün's going to be have his best season of his career offensively. Um, but they just aren't a functional unit to me to the point that you can win 50 odd games and be I mean that would have them back at like the 3 seed or the 4 seed. Like they would be up at
Yeah,
the
100%.
and I just don't see that. So yeah, I'm gonna go Rockets under for my third one. Who's your next one?
Pistons under. And
Ooh.
this is why the over reliance on Cade right now is it's very obvious, dude. No Schroeder, no Jaden Ivey right now.
Yeah, it's a big
You
loss.
feel the loss of Schroeder a lot because I mean they didn't have Ivy at the end of last year, but they had Schroeder coming off the bench, so you could run offense through him. I just feel like this team would be so much more dynamic with a guy that could help Cade play off the ball a little bit and not have him be like Brunson-esque of last year on the ball this much.
Mhm.
And I just feel like they feel the loss of Malik Beasley as well. Don't think Duncan Robinson gives them that same effect. And then you have it's just Cade and a lot of guys who can't self-create at all, man.
Or shoot.
Yeah, like Tobias Harris is their second best self-creator in their starting lineup.
Yeah,
That's not good enough to win 45 and a
Duncan
half
Robinson?
games.
Is that Duncan Robinson slander?
A little bit. It's just the missing Jaden Ivey factor.
Yeah.
You feel it. You feel it large.
Yeah, I mean,
Pause. Pause.
pause. Yeah, no, I agree. I do think there's something. Do you think there's anything with like the Asar Ron Holland jumps that could potentially push that win number up, or do you think that they're just
No, I just don't think they're guys who are going to be creating offense for you in the half court. Uh,
yeah.
like they can ascend. I think they still have a glaring issue though, even if those guys do become better overall basketball players. I don't think it comes in the fashion of helping their offense run at all.
Yeah. They're also weirdly thin in the front court. I like Duren. I think he's,
No,
an
I mean,
animal that
Beef Stew has looked pretty good,
yeah, he's solid.
or so I've heard.
Yeah.
Because I haven't watched
I
them,
was
to
gonna
be
say where there's
perfectly
no way
honest.
we're sniffing
Yeah.
Pistons games right now, but yeah, I mean Duren kind of has that Jaren Jackson thing where he gets in foul trouble a lot, and also sometimes you'd like to pair him with like another big because it just kind of fits better. But But yeah, I don't hate that Pistons. I don't hate zagging on the Pistons because like Malik Beasley's a huge,
It's a
a huge,
huge
huge
loss.
miss for them. Like he was awesome last year.
At least the version of him last year is a huge
Right,
loss.
right.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
we don't
like,
know if that was reproducible, and by all means, it probably wasn't. But like,
yeah, I mean, he led the league in 3 points made.
he had like a Steph levels, like on that
Yeah, yeah.
volume, like that was like a Steph level shooting season. And I mean, he just hadn't done that before in a lot of years in the NBA. So. Yeah, I mean that's a big missing that version of Malik Beasley. And then yeah, I mean maybe Duncan Robinson can give you some offensive juice, but like whatever he gives you there, you're losing with his defense. So I don't hate that pick at all. My next is I'm gonna go hater mode too. I'm gonna go Lakers under. Their number was at 48 and a half, and LeBron's gonna go to jail for this scandal. Ew.
Yeah. Thank
No.
you, Rich Paul.
Yeah, Chauncey,
Adele is the ringleader.
Chauncey, Chauncey wearing a Clutch Sports hoodie to court today. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
yeah, it's unreal how cocky they get. I
Yeah.
want them to go down. I'm tired of them.
No, but all bit aside, all bit aside on the Lakers on the LeBron front, the Lakers without LeBron are not good, and it's just Luka ball and Reeves ball, and their front court is absolutely terrible. Like we talked about this all off season. The fact that DeAndre Ayton was their big man move. I know he had like a better game against the T-Wolves, but like, dude, that him, what's their front court right now? It's him, Maxi Kleba, and like,
Jackson Hayes.
yeah, Jackson Hayes. Like, dude, this is an ass front court. Like, you're not winning 50 games with that front court. I'm sorry, man. And I know Luka's awesome, and he's pulled shitty teams to great heights, but I think this is just too much to ask of him, dude. Let's be serious, man.
Hey, fair enough, man. I don't want to give a take on them yet, just because I don't know the LeBron timeline at all. I feel like
Yeah,
that is just the
true.
most up in the air thing ever.
That is
Like
true.
he could miss half the year for all we know.
He is
Just
sciatic.
being.
Like that's not like it's not just like he had like an ankle issue that's like it's
I mean, does he or is he just like watching how they do it that? Like you don't know with him.
Ooh, that is true. I forgot the whole yeah, wait, let's get into that. I forgot the whole LeBron might ask out thing part of this, where like he's been weird about like wanting to get traded potentially. So yeah, I mean if they suck ass with him out, what's his incentive to like
Exactly, dude. Like it's just LA, the bright lights, and LeBron being weird. To like, who knows? Do you want to take this, or he could be back tomorrow? There's just things you don't like. I'm not willing. That's too much of a variable for me to want to take their under. But I agree. Like the talent on the court, like right now, I'm with you completely there.
tinfoil hat mode for 1 second? Remember LeBron weirdly said in like a press conference that he would play like overseas somewhere for a season before he retires? What if this is all because he knows he's implicated in the gambling thing and he wants to get out of Dodge so that he can't be like prosecuted in the US?
I mean, I'm kind of for having that big of a sports story. Like that would be, we would never stop talking about that. Like we would tell our kids
Let's
about
go
this.
tinfoil hat mode. I'm in on that. I'm in on that's my new theory.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'm not loving the look. Just eye test wise, this current formation of the Lakers, where you're like relying a ton on Rui to be like a de facto center.
Yeah, I agree. LeBron's fleeing the Manchester United and staying at Adele's house. I think we've cracked the code.
It's taking it. Let's go. All right, who's your next one?
Got it. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go off the cuff. I'll give it over for my last one. I just think like Giannis is the arguably the best player in basketball, and that would be enough to get the Bucks over 42 and a half wins. That's all I have to say about that
Yeah,
take.
I mean,
Like,
I don't hate that at all. Like at the end of the day, like there's a few guys in the NBA who just can drag their team to the playoffs, and Giannis is like Giannis, Joker, like those guys just can make their team like frisky 48 win teams out of nowhere. Even though I hate the Bucks roster,
yeah, me too.
like I really don't like watching them play. That's another team that's really tough on the eye. And I know like you get some of the shooting stuff with like Gary Trent, and now you get Miles Turner, but
Yeah, and you love AJ Green. I love AJ Green.
I'm a big fan of AJ Green. They gave him a little bit of coin too in the offseason, so he's there to stay.
Special.
He is special. My last one, This is also another one that's definitely heavily influenced. I liked this bet before the season though. Spurs over. I just think for all the reasons we already mentioned about like what Wemby being the best player in the NBA can do for this team, especially when you get Fox back in the fold. Like the number's at 44 and a half. If if Wemby continues this and stays healthy, like I don't even know how high this team can fly. Like this could be like we could be talking about them being, one of the contenders in the West. So yeah, I mean I think it's a pretty low number, and you're just betting on Wemby with that. So yeah.
Yeah. The thing with them that I feel like you don't really have with any other team that you think has a really high ceiling is they don't have a second guy, at least to the my knowledge right now, or
Yeah.
anybody else's
A
that
lot
is
of
like
Harrison Barnes, dude.
no that is like a glue guy for them. Like who is their glue guy? Like every team that is really good right now, we all have a guy for them. Like that's the guy. If they lose him, then like it's definitely going to tank their stock. And if you're a fan of the NBA, you know it. Like
Yeah,
Nuggets, Aaron Gordon, for example,
right.
uh, for the Thunder, Alex Caruso. The Spurs don't have a clear cut guy like that where I'm like,
It's a good point.
I don't know if that scares me or it makes me more excited about them too.
Like that this could yeah, I definitely think the latter, like where I mean, I still think this is like the beginning of what the Spurs team like personnel wise is going to be. Like they're definitely going to make moves to
Yeah.
improve this roster, especially if Wemby's 5 years ahead of schedule. They're going to say, "Oh, fuck it, dude. We can win right now. Like we have the
But
best."
do you believe that guy is possibly in the building right now? We just don't know who it is yet, or
Do you
that's
think
like a guy
Pascal
that
can do that?
maybe.
I
Yeah,
think
that's a good point. That's a good point. That would be the guy if it's in the building right now. I think it would be.
like he's very I think that my issue with the Castle thing and the way that he's talked about is because of the draft capital they used to get him, I think people want him to be a star when like I really think that the best use of him is like Jalen Suggs or like Caruso. Like I think he's just like a plus role player. Like he's like an all-star role player. You know what I mean? Like the Drew Holiday kind of guy. And I think we get caught up in like the star conversations because of how high he was drafted. But I don't know why he couldn't be that guy for them.
Great point. Great point. I like it.
But he's
It's a
being
great
asked to
conversation. And it's stuff that you won't hear on other podcasts right now. Who is
yeah,
the Spurs glue
it's
guy?
what you only get here.
Hey, I'm telling you, that will be a discussion on other podcasts. So
Yeah, they'll listen
give
to
us
this.
credit.
They'll listen to
I'm starting to get mad.
this. Let's go. All right, let's pick our division winners.
Divisions of basketball. I
Yeah.
love it.
Well, I just think I think it makes it
It's-
easier. I think it makes it easier to like fill out your playoff field when you kind of think of who you think will be at the top of like the five pack of
All right, let's do it.
let's go. So let's start in the Atlantic. We have the contenders here are the Knicks, Sixers, Celtics. You could say Raptors, whatever. And
Knicks.
the
Let's
Nets.
say it's the Knicks.
I have the Knicks as well. Let's move to the Central. Bucks, Bulls, Cavs, Pistons, Pacers.
Yeah, this one's a little bit greasier for me.
This
I'm
one's
not
fun.
sure. Yeah, I'm not sure you get the same Cavs season, and you probably don't need for the Cavs to have the same season for them to repeat as champions. But
Yeah.
I think it's a
Champions of the division.
I do think it's a three-leg race between
Wait,
them,
did
the
you say
Pacers.
champions like of the division?
Yes,
Let's
yeah, which is
go.
crazy. Yeah, I mean that's the mindset you have me in right now. The Central champs.
Let's, can you
Yes,
imagine if they started doing like
we did it.
they started
Um,
popping bottles on the court? They should. Like, why do matter? Why do divisions not matter in the NBA? Why? Like, that's such an
because it's
easy
not.
like that's
Yeah,
such a gimme.
it's. I mean, they tried to have the matter like they used to make if you won the division, you're automatic top four seed. They did
Yeah,
away with that.
NFL.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a conversation for another day.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Adam's got to worry about his job right now and if he's covering up gambling. So we'll take it easy, Adam.
You have the
Uh,
Bucks.
or the Pacers, man. Like they're in.
Ooh, do it, do it, do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna championship DNA.
Let's
Pacers.
go. Let's go. Get loud. I have the Cavs. I think I just think they're the best team in this division. As I said, I don't like the Bucks, and I don't think the Pacers have enough to win like 55 games, which I think like the Cavs do.
Am I missing? Who's the other team in that division? The Bulls, and then who's the fifth? Pistons.
Pistons,
Pistons.
which like we should be talking about them in this. Like in all reality, but like
Fuck nah, baby.
They're not winning 50 games.
Yeah.
Like, all right, so you got Pacers, I got Cavs. Let's go to the Southeast. This is kind of an interesting one. So we got Hornets, Hawks, Magic, Heat, Wizards.
I mean, I like every team in this division besides the
Yeah,
Heat.
this is fun, dude. Wow, except the Heat. I think except the Wizards. Let's go.
No, you heard me had before the summertime. I was talking Wizards top six seed.
Let's
They may
go.
still have that in the bag.
Get
And
loud.
I'm not picking them to win. I'm picking the Magic to win this division, but I still like the Hawks on paper. They got to show me something. Like it's been a bad first week, but benefit of the doubt is on their side. I like Quinn Snyder as a coach still. But yeah, like if the Hawks have a down year, are we like rewriting the narrative on Quinn Snyder?
Yeah, probably. I also think the Hawks having a down year is like the biggest possible indictment on Trae Young. Like everything that we thought hypothetically he could be, like this is the perfect situation for Trae Young right now.
Yeah.
Like this is what you would draw up as a team that would suit him best. So yeah, I think if they don't, become one of the, I mean, dude, in this East, you should be like a top 5, 6 seed with this roster. If they're not,
Yeah.
then yeah, we need to ask some serious questions about everyone involved.
Yeah. I mean, Trae Young's been to a conference finals. Quinn Snyder hasn't.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah, because he kind of they didn't really do anything in Utah when he was there in the
yeah,
playoffs. So,
exactly.
so who's your Southeast Division winner?
I said the Orlando Magic, man.
Let's go. Let's
I'm a
go.
Bane fan. Come
Yeah, I got
on.
the Magic as well. I think they're good, man. Also, I might be boots on the ground for Sixers Magic on Monday. Tickets are like $7. So I don't really know why that is, but I'll be in the arena getting loud watching Paolo and Desmond Bane.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Get loud. All right, so we both have the Magic in the Southeast. Let's go to the Northwest. OKC, Utah, Timberwolves, Blazers, Nuggets. It's really Thunder Nuggets.
Yeah, just give me a Thunder.
Let's
We
go. Yeah, I
can
mean,
move on.
not a ton to talk about there. Like OKC in the regular season is a cheat code. And then let's go to the Pacific. We got Warriors, Lakers, Clippers, Kings, Suns. I hate this division, dude. This might be my
Yeah,
least favorite division in the NBA.
I mean it's a three-team race, but dude,
Is it?
I hate overreacting to the first two games this much, but the Warriors look really good.
Yeah, yeah. They didn't look
Yeah.
as good last night, but I agree. I think the way that they handled the Lakers was pretty impressive. I had the Warriors.
It's just that the Kuminga so far has moved me a little bit.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Him be like, can we get a Kaminga star in your role here?
if you do, then they're like contenders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were like real, and they were good at the back end of last season. So like, there's something to that, and I think they have more certainty, I think, than you can give any of these other teams. Obviously, the Kings and the Suns aren't part of this, but Lakers and Clippers, there's so many question marks.
I badly want the Clippers retirement home to blow up on them.
I think
Be
it will, and
so
also the
awesome.
Sixers are gonna be reaping the benefits of that because we have
Yeah.
their 29 picks. So thank you very much. But yeah, I'm gonna go Warriors as well. I just think they're the most competent team in this division with the most certainty. Obviously, there's some injury concerns with Golden State. Steph, Jimmy, you really don't know like how many games they're gonna play, especially Jimmy. Like he's one of the least talked about load management guys in the NBA. Jimmy does not play games. Uh,
Yeah.
so
And how long till he starts acting weird?
yeah, that's the other thing. He's a ticking time bomb that way. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna go Warriors as well for the Pacific. And the final division, the Southwest. This is a fun one. And your division, Spurs, Grizz, Mavs, Pelicans, Rockets. Who do we got? I just
Yeah. I mean, I don't really buy the Mavs right now at all. It feels like they're lacking a real point guard too. Wouldn't you
obviously
agree?
get Kyrie back at some point, but who knows when that is.
Yeah. So funny. I don't even trust D'Angelo Russell to take the
Yeah,
reins.
they didn't
Game
even
boy.
start it.
It's so funny.
Like,
So yeah,
what?
I mean, it feels like it's between the Spurs and the Rockets.
Yeah.
And dude, I'm a little bit. I'm gonna take the Rockets, but I'm wary on it.
You're dubious. Yeah, I actually I like right before you said anything, I had the Rockets in and I switched it to Spurs because I just feel like the more we've talked about this and I've like thought through the Rockets as like a concept, the less in I am on them. I still
Yeah,
like
me too. Me too. I just don't know if I
Yeah,
It's tough to like just project a team to make that rise every year from
yeah,
like
I know. Yeah, I think, and it's tough because I do feel like I'm so heavily influenced by that Wemby game. But like I'm starting to like see the vision for the Spurs a little bit, especially when you don't even have Fox yet, and this team is only going to get better. And I don't know, like maybe I don't really see them making a move, like a big move at the deadline or anything. I guess Fox, there's still like question marks about what the fit is with him and Harper, but it kind of feels like they see Harper as like an off the bench, run the offense, and like kind of get buckets guy, which I think might work for them. So I'm gonna go Spurs. And then little last piece here. Give me your title winner, your MVP, and your DPOY.
all right. DPOY is the easiest one.
Yeah,
That's Wemby.
it's great.
So we can mark that one off. Is that yours as well?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Now,
I guess
rookie of the.
the one thing is like, does he play the games for it? But
I mean, I think he. Oh yeah, they do have the requirements now.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I think he does.
yeah, I have Wemby too.
For sake of conversation, now I think he does. MVP. It's a great question. Feel like you could say that. I'm gonna go Giannis, dude. I am.
You're gonna go Giannis? Let's
Yeah.
go. I'm gonna go Jokic. I think this team is just much better around Jokic this year, and I think we're gonna see like the Nuggets from the championship year. I'm really excited about the West playoffs because I just think there's like so much like a lot of these teams have kind of figured out a lot of their holes, and obviously you still have OKC. Shea would be like the kind of not fun pick. Like I really didn't want to pick Shea for this, but obviously he's gonna be the other
Yeah,
option.
I was debating between Luca too. Like, depending on like if LeBron's out for a while and they can just be a top 16, like
Yeah,
feels like he's kind of free for that.
that's not a bad shout. But yeah, I'm gonna go Jokic for that. And then who's your title winner?
Yeah, I'm struggling on that right now, man. I really am. I think the Thunder are the easy pick.
Yeah,
And I don't want to take the easy pick,
let's go.
but I'm taking the Thunder.
Oh, I thought you were gonna zag.
I was about to zag to the Knicks for a second. I said,
Oh
let's be
my God,
serious.
were you
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I would have gotten so
That
mad.
they're different with Mike Brown. And then I remember that they have Cat. And then I saw an AI video of Cat being zesty, and I took OKC. That's out of my mind. That's the thought process I
You did
just
that
had.
brain rot like
Yeah.
rolling through your mind.
Yeah.
Cat. Yeah. If you would have said the Knicks, I actually would end the whole thing. Okay, so you go OKC. You like the problem is it like is OKC.
It's
Um,
either OKC or Denver, like right
yeah,
now.
I that's what I'm grappling with in my head right now. Like, do I want to go? And I guess if I'm going Jokic MVP, it's still the Denver like role guys. I know like everybody's like, oh, Bruce Brown's back, but I'm like, has Bruce Brown been good at basketball in like 4 years?
Yeah. And is Cam Johnson weird?
Yeah, he hasn't been like a smooth criminal in the
Yeah.
first few games here. He had five last night against
Yeah.
State and like didn't really look very good.
The Brooklyn Nets swindle the Denver Nuggets.
Are the Nets actually him? Even though they picked all ball handling bigs that suck.
Yeah, shout out Igor Demon, by the way. Thank you.
Let's go, Yegor. Yeah, I'm gonna go OKC. I still don't trust the Denver supporting cast enough. I think they improved it to the point that I think in the regular season at least it's gonna contribute to more wins. But when the going gets tough and you need like your sixth, seventh, eighth guys to be really impactful, I'm just not sure that those guys will be there. Like is I know Bruce Brown also people just assume that he was out in Toronto all the time because he didn't want to be there. Is he just like not is he just injury prone and like not gonna play a lot the rest of his career?
I guess so. He'll probably have like one random year where he gets it back, but he might just be weird.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm still rolling with OKC because they just are the best team. And I think the other thing about OKC, dude, AJ Mitchell is a problem. He's good, dude. Like they started upping his usage now with J-Dub out and he had I think I want to say he put up pretty gaudy numbers in the one game. It was like upper 20s for points. So if they unlock to like another role guy that's going to be a factor for them, then I don't even he had 26 the other night against Indy. And he's a good passer too. He can initiate offense. So yeah, I'm gonna roll with OKC. And then who's your rookie of the year?
I mean, smart picks, VJ. We just haven't had up on the competition right now after the first game. So,
Yeah. So who is it?
nah, VJ.
Oh, so you are going VJ.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna zag. Yeah, I'm gonna go VJ. I have
Yeah.
to go VJ.
Yeah.
Like it would be sacrilegious for me not to go VJ. It does kind of feel like Flag just had like a bad game and he's probably gonna he's probably gonna like be more consistent than
I mean,
VJ.
they have two games in the books now, don't they?
Yeah, the Mavs. I didn't see their second game though. So
Yeah. I mean, it
I
wasn't
can't like
great.
comment on how he looked, but
Yeah. Let
they
me go
lost to
look
the
into
Wizards,
this.
so it couldn't have
Yeah.
been great.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why Keyshawn George at 34 in that.
Let's go.
Yeah. I told you the Wizards are a top six team in the East. We'll continue to tell you. Yeah. Flag 18,
Now that they
5 and
got
6.
Anthony
Yeah.
getting off the roster.
D'Angelo Russell logs 9 minutes and has 1 point.
Yeah.
Funny
Crazy.
stuff, dude.
Yeah, it is weird. Like they really refuse to use him, even though they like
Yeah,
desperately.
it's awesome. Jason Kidd hates him. I love it.
Yeah.
It's so sick.
Kid, dude. And then last thing before we sign off here, Beck, which NBA player is going to wear the corniest Halloween costume in the pregame tunnel?
Kyle
It's
Kuzma.
obvious.
Kyle Kuzma.
Wow, I didn't think of him.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Who do you think I'm gonna say?
Russ is in the Dylan Brooks is in the if you go my boy Brooks,
There's there's one that you when you hear it, you're gonna be pissed you didn't say it.
you're SoCan?
No. Right age generally though.
Yeah, I'm trying to
In
think.
the West. Think the weirdest NBA players in the West.
Yeah, I'm going through. Let me go
You're like
division.
one of his biggest haters.
Yeah, are you saying like Booker? Are you saying like no? I'm not even a Booker hater. I don't feel like. Let me think.
Yeah, wait, were you just about to reveal?
Jordan Poole.
No, Chet. Dude,
Oh,
Chet's gonna have the weirdest fucking Halloween costume.
fair enough. Embiid 9 points 4 minutes in, just so you know.
Let's go. Special
Yep.
talent. But folks, the NBA is back. We got hoops and football now. We're in a beautiful time for sports. We appreciate you listening as always, and we'll have clips throughout the week. Beck, anything?
Sayonara, folks.
Sayonara. Until next time.